Everybody loves a good scare. From unexpected jump scares and eerie atmosphere to terrifying creatures and supernatural occurrences, a lot of fun can be had with the genre. However, horror movies aren't always meant to be a pleasant experience, and there are some truly disturbing and twisted films that even the most seasoned enthusiasts would struggle to sit through. Whether it's due to graphic violence, excessive gore, controversial subject matter, or unsettling imagery, these movies are hard to unsee. They will definitely have viewers questioning the sanity of the filmmaker and leave them with no desire to revisit them in the near future. We prepared 5 movies that we bet that you can't finish. Welcome to You Didn't Know. We've chosen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie to start our list. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a low-budget exploitation film about, well, a chainsaw massacre. Like The Exorcist did a year earlier, this movie shocked audiences by delivering something they'd never seen. Sure, axe and chainsaw-wielding maniacs are common in current horror cinema. But in 1974, it was something new. This movie was filmed with documentary-style camera work. Not surprising, since director Tobe Hooper had previously worked as a documentary cameraman. This is partly what gives the Texas Chainsaw Massacre its gritty, realistic vibe. It doesn't feel like a movie. It's like we're watching a group of real people who fall into a horrible situation, and we're right there, along for the ride. I'm a bit surprised to find Chainsaw on a list of the top 5 scariest horror movies of all time. I found this movie to be more shocking than frightening the first time I saw it. I know, everyone's different. Still, I can see why so many viewers did find it scary. It features some truly disturbing moments, especially for the time period when it was released. The infamous dinner table scene is harrowing even by modern horror standards. But if you thought this was horrifying, wait until you saw the others.
Just as terrifying as being there. Even if one of them survives, what will be left? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. After you stop screaming, you'll start talking about it.
Number 4. The Human Centipede 2, Full Sequence. The Human Centipede 2 is a 2011 horror film written, directed, and co-produced by Dutch filmmaker Tom Six. The film is a sequel to 2010's The Human Centipede, First Sequence. The film tells the story of a mentally challenged British man who watches and becomes obsessed with the first human centipede film and decides to make his own centipede, consisting of 12 people, including Ashlyn Yenny, an actress from the first film. It was originally banned in the United Kingdom by the BVFC because of its revolting content, but was eventually granted an 18 certificate after over 30 cuts were made. The film was also banned in Australia for a short period of time. It is banned in New Zealand.
Centipedes are very aggressive creatures.
Ian, please!
Their bite can be very painful.
What are you looking at?
Maybe he's connecting the pain that a centipede inflicts with the psychological and sexual abuse inflicted on him by his father. There's nothing to worry about. I'm sure it's just a passing phase.
Next in our list is the famous The Conjuring. The Conjuring brought the supernatural horror genre back into the mainstream. As of 2021, this movie has generated more than $319 million worldwide, compared to a filming budget of $20 million. It spawned a franchise that now includes 8 movies and counting. But why? What made The Conjuring such an instant classic? And why does it appear on our list of the scariest horror movies of all time? For one thing, this film has all of the necessary ingredients. We have a loving family, a house with a mysterious past, and a seriously hateful entity. Not since the 1982 Poltergeist has a horror movie checked those boxes so effectively. The Conjuring also has some of the scariest scenes of any horror movie. Where do we even begin? There's the basement exorcism scene, the hide and clap game, the creepy Annabelle doll, the nighttime haunting of Christine Perron, The Witch on the Wardrobe. The list goes on. For these and other reasons, The Conjuring has earned its spot on the scariest horror movies list several times over.
We have to get out of here.
That's not gonna help.
This thing has latched itself to your family.
Father, we never seen nothing like this.
I'm coming with you.
No way. I can't lose you.
There's a lady in a dirty nightgown that I see in my dreams. She's standing in front of my mom's bed.
Do you want to see him?
Yeah?
When the music stops, you see him in the mirror standing behind you.
Look what she made me do.
Good you made it this far. So did you subscribe? Feel free to do so. The second scariest movie in our list is Hereditary. I was happy to see Hereditary come in at second place on a list of the scariest horror films of all time. This movie starts out with a slow burn and then goes completely bananas. This movie won't let you sleep. It has some truly shocking scenes, the kind that leave you with your mouth hanging open. Hereditary is a supernatural horror tale about family secrets, family drama, and, well, demon worship. I won't spoil it by saying any more than that. Here's my spoiler-free take on why it appeared on a list of the scariest horror movies ever made. For one thing, Hereditary puts a fresh spin on a familiar horror trope, demons and possession. There were moments in this film I simply did not see coming. That's a refreshing change compared to the more predictable horror movies out there. This film also contains some of the creepiest scenes and set pieces I've seen in a long time. Hint: most of them occur in the last 30 minutes of the film. If you're a fan of creepy and chilling supernatural films, you'll probably enjoy Hereditary. It made the list of scariest horror movies ever made for good reason.
Who's gonna take care of me?
You don't think I'm gonna take care of you?
But when you die,
And she wasn't altogether there. At the end.
I don't like this. Dad, I don't like this.
What's happening? Tina! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother! Please stop! Mom, what's happening? Make it stop! Make it stop!
I just don't want to put any more stress on my family.
On the top of our list we have The Exorcist. When considering The Exorcist as one of the most frightening films ever, we have to remember its age. Most of the scary movies from the early 1970s were fairly tame by modern standards. Until The Exorcist came along. This was one of the first truly shocking and unsettling horror movies to hit the big screen, if not the first. And it made a huge splash at the box office. Many people were already familiar with the story, thanks to the 1971 novel that preceded it. So when the movie came out, 2 years later, theater lines extended around the block. People had never seen anything like it. The idea that a sweet and innocent 12-year-old girl could become possessed by a malevolent demon blew their minds. Remember, it's 1973. But the Rotten Tomatoes list of scariest horror movies ever was published only a year ago. That shows how much staying power The Exorcist has. People still find it scary, even today. I first saw this movie when I was younger. I'm pretty sure I slept with the lights on for a few nights afterward. And apparently, I'm not alone in this. Let's make a bet. If you don't finish this movie, you have to comment the duration you stopped at and share this video.
God and Lord of all creation.
Now, over to you. What do you think is the scariest horror movie of all time, in your experience? Is there a film that scared the bejesus out of you that doesn't appear in the top 5 list above? We would love to hear yours, and I'm sure others would do as well. You can share your thoughts in the comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.